So that's the Monday Night Football goals as they go in with us here in the Sports Centre. But we've got to talk about Arne Slot and the Mohamed Salah situation. Asmir Begovic has stayed on, doing a bit of extra time. Asmir, what did you make of what Slot said?
I thought it was fascinating. I thought it was quite an intense press conference, highly anticipated for everyone. I think Arne Slot was expecting a lot of questions, irked by a couple of questions you saw, but it's, I think, a very intense situation between everybody. Definitely not an easy one to navigate. I thought he did really well in terms of the questions he was asked and how he answered them, and tried to shift the focus on the game, which I think was the appropriate thing to do.
Who's going to win this power struggle?
I'm a firm believer in being able to communicate with each other and trying to find a solution. I know it's difficult at this moment in time. Everyone's quite emotional about the situation. But I think going forward, Liverpool's a better team with Mo Salah. And I think Mo Salah won't stay at Liverpool. So, I think AFCON comes at a really good time. So him going away, maybe, catching his breath, letting the dust settle, and then coming back and hopefully having a good conversation as to how to move forward in the best way.
Slot, in that news conference, was clearly trying to let everyone know he's in charge. Is he?
He is in charge. The club's in charge. I think Mo Salah, if you look at it, probably regrets those comments in the manner in which they happened. These things should probably stay within four walls and within the private room. But at the same time, this has happened now. You have to deal with it and try and move forward in the best way possible.
So Slot has left Salah out for the trip to Inter. Not disciplined him, though. Why do you think the club has acted like that?
I think leaving him out of such a big game, Inter Milan away at the San Siro, I think is punishment enough, so to say. I think, again, he's an experienced player. He's a legend of the football club. You have to deal with everyone a little bit differently. So I think he deserves the right treatment. Obviously, the club have to take a stance. Certain things can happen. They don't feel like this was acceptable, so they've punished him by leaving him out, which I think is punishment enough for any player not to be in the squad. And then you try and move forward better, as a whole group.
What do you think in the end? Kiss and make up or divorce?
I think you try and kiss and make up. I really think he's a legend of the football club. Like I said earlier, I think the fans love him. He's achieved so much there. He's obviously still cares a lot about the football club. I think he was disappointed not to be involved on Saturday and helping his team maybe get a better result. So I think he cares for Liverpool. I think there is a way of making this work. I think Arne Slot also mentioned that he'd like Mo Salah to stay. I think there's a way forward for everyone. So hopefully they can find the right solution.
Do you know, when you stop playing football, there's a job as a marriage counsellor for you. Thank you very much. Asmir Begovic, thank you. So we've heard from Arne Slot, we've heard from Asmir. Let's hear from Alisson now.
Ali, good to see you. First of all, I've got to ask you about Mo Salah and his comments after the Leeds game. How do you feel about them, and how have those comments impacted you all as a group?
Good evening, everyone. Buonasera. I think it's not an easy situation, but as a group, we take as best as we can take. Of course, we have the personal relationship with him. Talking about myself now, I've been playing with Mo since I came to Europe, 1 year in Roma, and now 8 years, if I'm not mistaken, at Liverpool. He's a great guy, great character. He's a legend for Liverpool FC. We achieved so many things together, and of course, personally, it's not something that makes me happy. But we have in football, we don't have too much time to stay moaning about any situation. We have a big challenge tomorrow, a big team to play against. Inter Milan is doing so well in this season, has been doing so well in the recent past. So my focus, our focus, the focus of the team is in the challenge we're going to face tomorrow.
What have you said to Mo, Ali, and what sense is there, if any, of being let down? Because obviously he's not available for selection in, as you say, such a big game.
Yeah, him not being available, I think, is just a consequence of what he did, and he's smart enough to know that. I didn't spoke to Mo about it, how I want to talk. As I said before, we have a good relationship. It's not just a teammate. We spend so much time together. We we don't spend too much time away from the training ground but we are friends. We are good friends. You share so many moments together, happy moments, sad moments. So that creates a bond between people. And I will have a conversation, but again, this is going to be private because it's personal.
So how together is the dressing room overall?
Yeah, as I said, as good as we can be. I think all the players, they were going to have different thoughts about the situation, and that's okay. But we know the challenges we are facing at this moment, not performing well, not having good results, and that's being difficult enough for us. Those are big challenges for us to try to change the situation, to try to play better, to be more consistent in the games. So doesn't matter too much how we feel personally, but we're gonna give a proper reaction. We want to give a proper reaction to it tomorrow, to this situation, and to having the due respect to Inter Milan, trying to win the game and to deserve it by playing well.
Richard.
Hi, Alisson. Mo said that he felt he'd been thrown under the bus by the club at the moment. Is that how you see it, or do you see it differently?
I think the manager was really wise in his answer, and I agree with him. I don't know what that means. Maybe you have to ask more what he means about that.
And do you think he will play for the club again?
I don't think anything. What I hope that he plays again for the club. But that's a personal situation. That's a situation between Mo and the club. We, as his teammates, as his friends, we hope the best thing happens for him. But as Liverpool FC players, we want the best for the club as well. So it's we want a win-win situation for everyone.
Lewis. Mo's obviously made it quite clear how he has his relationship with the manager. Would you say your relationship is still good with the manager?
Yeah, my relationship is good with the manager, yeah.
So that was Alisson. Now, this was absolutely explosive. So good, we're going to show you it again when we come back. Yeah, Arne Slot reacting to Mohamed Salah's bombshell interview next in the Sports Centre.